The depths, even for the unlearned. I would like to address this chapter to those of you who may not be able to read. Because you cannot read, you may feel that you are in a weaker state than most Christians. You may feel you are unqualified to know the depths of your Lord. But in fact, you are really blessed. The blessing in not being able to read is that prayer may become your reading. Do you not know that the greatest book is Jesus Christ himself? He is a book who has been written on within and without. He will teach you all things. Read him. The first thing you must learn, dear friend, is that the kingdom of God is within you. Luke chapter 7, verse 21. Never look for the kingdom anywhere but there, within. Once you have realized that the kingdom of God is within you and can be found there, just come to the Lord. As you come with a deep sense of love. Come to him very gently. Come to him with a deep sense of worship. As you come to him, humbly acknowledge that he is everything. Confess to him that you are nothing. Close your eyes to everything around you. Begin to open the inward eyes of your soul, turning those eyes into your spirit. In a word, give your full attention to the deep inward parts of your being. You need only believe that God dwells in you. This belief, and this belief alone, will bring you into his holy presence. Do not allow your mind to wander about, but hold it in submission as much as possible. Once you are in the Lord's presence, be still and quiet before him. And now, there in his presence, simply begin to repeat the Lord's Prayer. Begin with the word Father. As you do, let the full meaning of that word deeply touch your heart. Believe that the God who lives inside you is indeed so willing to be your Father. Pour out your heart to him as a little child pours out his heart to his father. Never doubt your Lord's deep love for you. Never doubt his desire to hear you. Call on his name and remain before him silently for a little while. Remain there, waiting to have his heart made known to you. As you come to him, come as a weak child, one who is all soiled and badly bruised, a child that has been hurt from falling again and again. Come to the Lord as one who has no strength of his own. Come to him as one who has no power to cleanse himself. Humbly lay your pitiful condition before your Father's gaze. While you wait there before him, occasionally utter a word of love to him or a word of grief over your sin. Then simply wait for a while. After waiting, you will sense when it is time to go on. When that moment comes, simply continue on in the Lord's Prayer. As you speak the words, "Thy kingdom come," call upon your Lord, the King of Glory, to reign in you. Give yourself up to God. Give yourself to God so that he may do in your heart what you have been so long a failure in trying to do. Acknowledge before him his right to rule over you. At some point in this encounter with your Lord, you will feel deep within your spirit that it is time to simply remain silent before him. When you have such a sense, do not move on to the next word, not as long as this sense continues with you. You see, it is the Lord himself who is holding you to silence. When that sense of waiting before him has passed, go on again to the next words of the Lord's Prayer. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Praying these words, humble yourself before the Lord, earnestly asking him to accomplish his whole will in you and through you. Surrender your heart into his hands. Surrender your freedom into his hands. Yield to your Lord his right to do with you as he pleases. Do you know what God's will is? His will is that his children love him. Therefore, when you pray, Lord, your will be done, you are actually asking the Lord to allow you to love him. So begin to love him. And as you do, beseech him to give you his love. All that I have described to you will take place very sweetly, and it will take place very peacefully throughout the entire prayer. Let us look now at another possibility. There may come an occasion while you are with the Lord that you will wish to lay aside the Lord's Prayer. Perhaps you will wish to come to him as your shepherd. Come to him, then, as a sheep who is looking to his shepherd for his real food. As you come to him, utter something like this: "O loving shepherd, you feed your flock with yourself, and you are really my daily bread. It is proper for you to bring all your needs to your Lord, but whatever you do, do it believing one thing, that is, that God is found within you." I realize you might be one of those who has a set pattern or ritual to your prayers. You should not burden yourself with the rituals you have learned. There is no need for using repetition or memorized prayers. Instead, simply repeat the Lord's Prayer as I have here described. It will produce abundant fruit in your life. Dear child of God, all your concepts of what God is like really amount to nothing. Do not try to imagine what God is like. Instead, simply believe in his presence. Never try to imagine what God will do. There is no way God will ever fit into your concepts. What then shall you do? Seek to behold Jesus Christ by looking to him in your inmost being, in your spirit. Let us close this chapter by looking at a third way in which you may begin a deeper encounter with your Lord. You may come to the Lord by looking to him as your physician. Bring to him all your sicknesses so that he can heal them. But as you come to him, do not come with anxiety or restlessness. And as you come, pause from time to time. This period of waiting silently before the Lord will gradually increase. Furthermore, your own efforts at praying will grow less and less. Eventually, there will come for you that moment when he will gain complete control, when you will continually yield to God's working within you. As you can see, what has begun as something very simple will grow. It will grow to become a very real and vital relationship between you and the living God. When the presence of the Lord really becomes your experience, you will actually discover that you have gradually become to love this silence and peaceful rest which come with his presence.